maybe you're looking at the dating scene and you've seen a lot of expats that live here or have come here and are dating beautiful Filipinas, or here in Southeast Asia where you're dating beautiful Asian women. Maybe that's it. Be honest with yourself. If you're an older gentleman and you want to date young Filipinas or young Asian women, just be honest. Hello, Herd. It's JJ the Lonely Bull in Asia. Today, I want to talk about finding your why. We'll do that next. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so if you find this content good. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. We're right at 10,000 subscribers now, so I'm feeling really good about it. And I want to thank every one of you for that. But today's topic is more about you and finding your why. Now, you may have heard that phrase before. I've used it many, many times in the industries where I've worked, especially the last career I had, which was in education and in enrollment and in admissions and in recruitment, where when I'm talking to a potential student and looking at enrolling them in our school, I want to find out what their why is, why they really want to come to our school. Because if they're not really serious about it, and if they don't have that why, then I don't want to enroll them, because it's not so much about the number of students we bring to our school. It's more about the number of students that stay and graduate and get good jobs. So that was always the big thing for me. So let's equate that to you, finding what your why is. Why are you looking at these videos about living in Southeast Asia or the Philippines or here in BGC, Bonifacio Global City in Metro Manila? Why are you looking at those videos? Why are you thinking about coming here and possibly retiring here or moving here as maybe a digital nomad? What is your why? You got to kind of look inside yourself. What's your situation right now? Are you still working? Are you one of those guys like I was, that was planning on working until I was 70 so I can get the maximum amount of retirement funds so I could live a okay existence in the US? Or are you one of those digital nomads, maybe that you're tired of doing the at home work? You want to kind of travel. You have that opportunity with your career, with your job, to be able to live anywhere in the world and still do that job. And maybe you're looking at Southeast Asian countries, and maybe specifically the Philippines, to live so you can work here, live a cheaper life, live maybe a better life, and still do your job in a good way. So whatever the case may be, why the Philippines or why Southeast Asia? Why do you want to live here? Be honest with yourself. Is it because the cost of living is cheaper? Is that one of the reasons? I'm sure that's part of it. Maybe you're looking at the dating scene and you've seen a lot of expats that live here or have come here and are dating beautiful Filipinas, or here in Southeast Asia where you're dating beautiful Asian women. Maybe that's it. Be honest with yourself. If you're an older gentleman and you want to date young Filipinas or young Asian women, just be honest. Don't come here and sugarcoat everything and say, no, I'm coming here for, the food or whatever. If your main reason is to come here so you can date a beautiful young Filipina, then just, don't lie to yourself. Just admit it. A lot of people do. My girlfriend, we have a bit of an age gap, but it's not so drastic where we have zero in common. But some people are okay with that. So just make sure you're honest with yourself, and then you're going to be off to a better start. But you have to find out what your why is. Maybe your why is you don't want to work until you're 70 or 68 or 67. You want to make sure that you've got some healthy life ahead of you when you're in retirement so you can actually enjoy things. The worst thing that could possibly happen is you work your butt off until you're 70 and then your health is bad and you can't enjoy those final years of your life in retirement. That's the worst thing that can happen. So you've got to kind of figure out, if I stay where I'm at in the West, let's just use the US as an example because I'm familiar with that. I would have to work until I'm 70 to get my full potential in retirement as far as benefits. But how will my life be? How will my quality of life be in the US if I'm working until 70? Because if I'm still working, I'm stressed out from work because my career, at least, was a very stressful career, and it required a lot of goals and a lot of quotas that you had to meet. And I managed a team of admissions representatives, and I was director of admissions. So that stress level is pretty high. So with that stress level comes health issues. So when I was working, the last job I was at, I was very stressed out because it was a new position here in Asia, and it was hard to get the marketing department on the same level as the admissions department as far as what countries are we marketing to, who are we marketing to. So that was a difficult part. So I was very stressed out, and when that job ended last year, I retired. I just put pen to paper and I thought, I'm not going back to the US to work. I had a couple of job options down over in the US, but it would be the same thing. I would be stressed out. I would have to work till 70. So I looked at it, and I looked at the paper and looked at my budget, and I thought, if I retire early, I can live here in the Philippines. I can stay here and live a great life and not be stressed out. So that's what I did. So what's your why? Your peace should be your first priority. Working until you're 70 to make a lot of money, but being miserable and being empty inside, what's the point? And then along with your health issues that may come along with that, working until 70, what's the point? you know what's your peace of mind? If you can figure out a way to live a comfortable life in another country, if that's what you're thinking, then look into it. Be that guy that looks into it. Maybe spend a few weeks here or wherever you want to go. It might not even be Southeast Asia, it might be somewhere else, but you're watching my video, so you must have some interest in Southeast Asia and particularly the Philippines. So look into it and see if that might be the thing for you. Look inside yourself. What makes you happy? If you're ready to do that retirement thing, or maybe you're ready to be that digital nomad and come to another country like here in the Philippines, what is it that makes you happy? Is it city life? Is it countryside and living in the country, being a provincial lifestyle, living on the beach? We've got lots of beaches here in the Philippines. We've got lots of great cities here in the Philippines, like here in Bonifacio Global City. It's a beautiful place. You got all the amenities. So if you want to live in an Asian lifestyle but still have that Western feel to it, Bonifacio Global City is a great fit. So look inside yourself. What makes you happy in retirement? What would it be that would give you that lifestyle that you like, that you would love? You know, go look for your why. Go look for that inner peace. There's a lot of pluses and minuses to living in the Philippines, but you've got to figure out what your best option is. First of all, you have to figure out what your budget's going to be. How much money, if you decided to retire tomorrow, how much money would you be getting on a regular basis, on a monthly basis? What would your income be? And then you got to take that, and then you got to figure out, if I move to the Philippines, what would it take to move here, first of all, because there's going to be a lump sum. So you're going to have some savings along with that monthly income. You're going to have some savings built up to be able to make that move, because one, you've got to downsize where you're at. So if you can't downsize completely, there's going to be storage issues. You're going to have to, there's going to be a cost probably for storing things back in your home country. There's going to be the cost to fly here and move the things that you need here. There's going to be a cost in staying at hotels or Airbnbs to begin with until you find that perfect place to live, whether it's a condo or an apartment or a house or whatever the case may be. But you're going to have that cost. And then when you do rent, assuming you're renting to begin with before you decide to buy, which would be my suggestion, don't buy anything until you know for sure that it's going to be the place you want to live for a long extended time. So when you do rent that place, there's going to be rental costs, deposit. It's usually 2 months deposit and 1 or 2 months of advance rent. So you're going to have those expenses that you're going to have to pay up front. And then once you do all that, then you've got to figure out your monthly budget and how much you're going to spend as far as groceries, utilities, phone, whatever the case may be. Those are things that you have to figure out on your own. And coming here for 2 or 3 weeks minimum to figure out if this is the right way for you to go, that would be a good start. If you've never been to the Philippines or anywhere in Southeast Asia before, don't just up and move. Come and visit first before you make that decision. You may come out here and not like it. I'll post a video of 10 truths, and those 10 truths, at least 9 of them, might be something that would be a no-go for you then if you can't handle those truths. So I'll post that up in the corner at the end of this video. You won't be happy if you can't deal with some of the things that are different about the Philippines than are about your home country. I love it here. God's honest truth. I love Southeast Asia. The Philippines is a great place to live. Where I'm at now in BGC is a great place to live. It ticks all the boxes for me. Now, you may not like the city life. You may want more of the country lifestyle, and that's okay if you can handle that, because the country lifestyle is a little different. Provincial lifestyle is a little different because you won't be so close to all the amenities that you need, like grocery stores, malls, restaurants. You might have to travel quite a ways if you live in the province here in the Philippines just to get groceries. You may be in a place where it doesn't even have a 7-Eleven. So you've got to look at those things and have that mindset of, can I live here long term in this place? Or do I need a little better, a little more convenience in my lifestyle? So you've got to figure that out. And you may want to live on the beach, and then there may be amenities there, groceries, restaurants, but you're living at a beach, kind of a resort area. So can you handle the constant tourist attraction type of thing? Can you handle that? Can you handle the influx of people coming in and out of where you live? And can you deal with that? So there's a lot of things to consider, but I would definitely say come here first and visit a couple of locations where you think you might want to be. BGC is a great area. It's right next to Makati in Metro Manila in the National Capital Region, which is NCR. So, living in Manila proper might not be a place for you. But living in some of these regional suburbs, so to speak, these regional cities like Makati, that's a nice city. Here in BGC is nice. But there's other places too that are equally nice. Eastwood's another nice area. But they're all over. They're scattered all over, but they're city life. And so that's something, if that's something you're looking for, then I would look into that too. But watch my videos, watch other vloggers' videos, try to get an idea of what the lifestyle is like here. We would love to have you come. And if you get down here anytime, make sure you message me. My email is always on the descriptions. below. So you can always email me. And if you want to meet up, I love to meet my subscribers and viewers. But check out that video, 10 truths about the Philippines that may change your mind about wanting to live here or not. Until next time, mabuhay, live life, my friend, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.